it's time for
Lorehammer or Yourhammer, which is a goofy game Tom and I play where we tell each other two tales of Warhammer lore. One is 100% accurate Lorehammer. The other is made-up nonsense Yourhammer. But which is which? We shall see.
We're already doing... There was a podcast called Lorehammer.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, Ben.
It's not Yourhammer, though, is it?
That's right. So, Ben and I were having a chat, and I think we're going to take a little break from Yourhammer or Lorehammer after this week.
Yeah, we're going to do this week, and then we're going to take a break, because it started to get to the point where everything feels the same.
Yeah.
And we can't even tell what's good and what's bad anymore. We need a little palate cleanser.
We were having, when we were chatting earlier, I think the feeling that we both have is that we've flown so close to the sun. We've had so many good things that it's becoming so much harder to find stuff that is more interesting or weirder than what we've had before.
Too high now.
And although we can still find stuff that is kind of funny, we've had more extreme stuff in the past, so it feels more like you're risking doing a ball hammer.
Yeah, exactly. The chance of ball hammer increases every week.
And also, mechanically, we've dredged through the past of Warhammer stuff, and I kind of feel like a lot of the lore now, I don't know, it falls into categories for me.
Yeah.
Of you can begin to kind of get a feel for something that would be from a fantasy roleplay book or a 40k roleplay book, because it's weird niche details or old, super old 40k or Warhammer supplements where a Dalek turns up, or there's a scenario where there's a stable called Top Steer, and it's led by the Baron Jeremy Clarkson, just stupid stuff like that, or weird stuff that comes from a Black Library book that I feel like now, I'm going to make a hard statement here, Ben. I think I'm counting Black Library as fan fiction. I don't think There's
so much fucking nonsense in half of it.
There's over 500 Black Library books. That is too many fucking books. And there is such disparity between tone and style and something that is said in one, and some people have read it and that's canon to them.
And then completely contradicted in another book.
God.
Yeah, it's true. Well, that's why we have so much fun with it, though, Tom.
So we had so much fun. We found a lot of good things, but it was definitely getting harder to find stuff. So
we'll take a break. We'll return once we've had a little cool down.
Yeah. But you can look back at great memories such as these. I'm doing this because someone will do a fan edit, maybe.
Ah, I remember that one.
Oh, remember this clip?
What a tale. I thought that one was true.
Oh, I thought this one was false.
I can't believe that's real.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
I hope they don't just use that one clip of searching for let's look for our favorite people. Heinrich Himmler comes up oh no. Don't use that clip.
Don't use that clip.
All the other clips.
No, we cut that one, don't worry.
Oh yeah,
not in it.
TJ cut it.
Yeah.
That's how live works.
Perfect. So, shall I go first?
Yeah. You go first,
Okay.
Ben.
Do you know the Iron Drakes Space Marines, Tom?
Nope. No, I don't think so.
It's unfortunate that there's a few different ones. There's a fan brew one, but there's also a real one, Tom. These guys. The Iron Drakes.
Cool.
They were a Space Marine chapter located near the Eye of Terror. And after many, many hundreds of years, their regular gene seed samples were found to be tainted. from proximity to the Eye of Terror. So the guys in charge of that were like, "You boys corrupt.
Oh no.
You need to cleanse yourself in the fires of battle.
Oh no.
Go and invade the Eye of Terror and do some shit, fuck some shit up, and if you come back, you're good boys." Mm-hmm. So that's what they did. They invaded like the nearest Chaos Marine world. They started to try and sabotage some like Forge World factories, but they realized that it was too heavily defended. Oh. So they decided to do like sneaky tactics, and they went underground. There's secret tunnels under the factory, and they thought, if we clear these out, we can like set charges, get out, blammo, whole factory destroyed. So they're down there. But it turns out, trap. There's like a cave-in, explodes, detonations go off, all the escape routes are blocked.
Oh no.
So they start trying to like fight their way out. They just like thousands of cultists come from all sides. And like the Nurgle guys who run that planet decide that this is their chance. They've trapped them. They've got them in the tunnels. Tom, they're not tunnels. They're sewers. And they flush the whole underground compound with all the poo-poo and all the waste and everything gross and nurgly they can get their hands on. They flood the underground sewer tunnel network. The Iron Drakes are trapped there. They're fighting off enemies at all sides. They're fighting waist deep in the filth.
In the poo-poo?
In the poo-poo.
Not a poop hammer, Ben.
And then they keep fighting. The battle goes on for days and days and days, and slowly more and more waste from all over the city is being pumped in. Eventually they're under the poo-poo. They're fighting.
They're in the poo-poo.
Poo-poo. And all their armor joints, all the like little soft parts of their armor starts to corrode and waste away. And then the poo-poo starts leaking into their armor, and they start getting like covered in filth. And it's at that point that the chapter master is like,
okay,
save us. Save us. I will do anything to save my boys. They're choking. They're drowning in the poo-poo. They're getting melted and corrupted. No, I will do anything to be relieved from this, the worst fate of all time. This is like not how my chapter is defeated.
Yeah, drowning in the poo-poo.
So, blam. They worship Nurgle now.
Oh!
They're the Grey Death warband. They decide to praise Nurgle, who delivers them from the poo-poo.
Okay.
And they fight their way free, and they just live in the Eye of Terror now, and they specialize in like plague warfare. They're immune to filth.
Wow.
And so they use filth against their foes.
Man, I like that paint scheme. Okay. Drowning in poo-poo, turn to Nurgle.
Yeah.
Sounds poopy.
Sounds very poopy. I think I'd choose to die in the poop rather than live in the poop for eternity, which is effectively what they've done.
Yeah, but it's, they're into it now.
Oh, that's true. It's like aversion therapy. Just get exposed to that thing you don't like.
Yeah. Now, it's all good. Okay.
Joke's on you. I'm into that now.
Yeah, they love it. They love the poo-poo. So, right.
Any questions? Or shall I move on to the next
Poop
tale?
Marines.
Poop Marines.
Never heard of it, but,
It's a thing.
It's a thing. There's, also, I'm not sure if the mind games of there being readily available images to, like, flash up.
Ooh. You're getting your thinking brains on now.
Oh, man.
Do you remember this guy, Tom?
I remember the model very well.
It's Doomrider!
Yeah.
Imagine if Warhammer and Ghost Rider fuck and make Doomrider.
Yeah.
But what you might not know about Mr. Doomrider is, other than the fact he's a fucking terrible model.
He's an amazing model. No,
it's like is he wearing someone else's face?
I don't know. He's chaos. Anything goes.
So, turns out, like Doomrider, he became a demon prince. He was like a biker guy, and he got ascended to demonhood. But this is his demon prince form. He's not like a giant monster with wings or anything.
Right.
He's just fucking Ghost Rider. And you have to summon him into battle. He lives in the warp. But it's not like do a sacrifice, draw a pentagram, hail Satan, demon prince appears, like the traditional. To summon Doomrider, you have to like...
Oh shit, does someone have to be like, whoa, I bet no one could make this rad jump into the fortress.
Not even Evel Knievel could jump these 15 Land Raiders.
Not even all of our coolest bikers. That's crazy, man. And then, like, you hear, like, the revving and the rock and roll music and the flaming portal. Whoa, did someone say this just impossible? Not for me. Doomrider! Woo!
The Gorge of Terror? Yeah. I can jump that!
I can jump that! Whoa, it's me!
Oh, well, you're right about the rock music.
Okay.
You have to, like, form a little band, and you have to start playing his theme tune, which is full of, like, sexy lyrics about, like, how he's going to slaughter everyone with his pulsating fucking members and, like, throb everyone to death.
What?
He's got his own theme tune, and you sing it, and he appears.
Wow. Okay.
Sexy Doomrider likes everyone to know that how hot he is.
Right.
Before he turns up.
Oh, man. I like that a lot. Doomrider. Yeah. This guy turning up.
Yeah. I can just imagine the crushing disappointment as everyone goes to the effort of learning the song, practicing with the band.
Yeah, yeah.
Going to town, doing the big, like, intro, like what would you call it? Like a, like when you have a band before the main band?
Warm-up act.
The warm-up act. Yeah, you do your big warm-up act for Doomrider, and then this guy turns up, you're like, oh,
I heard there's a really cool jump to me.
Like, yeah. Oh, wop, bop, ba, bow.
Oh, man, I love Doomrider. I think I prefer my way to summon him.
Yeah.
I think that's more fun, but that's not the game that we're playing.
It's not make your own.
Yeah.
Well, it is a make your own game, but in a different way.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of cool, kind of dumb. I remember this model really well, and I think, it's probably not too big a stretch. I probably could have guessed that his name was Doomrider, or remembered that his name was Doomrider.
Yeah. He looks like a Doomrider.
But yeah, I didn't know any of that backstory. And the other guys, it's a real classic, people getting plagued. I kind of think that the other dudes, you read about people that turned to Nurgle and you added the poopy story in. Because everyone that turns to Nurgle, they're like, oh no, we're going to get plagued or something bad. And then we turn to Nurgle.
You don't think they were drowning in the sewer waste?
So maybe they were. I think it, if you withdraw it back, that maybe it was like, the plaguey filth. And they might not directly say poo-poo, but you can.
They're in the sewers, man.
You know what it is.
You know what goes in sewers.
But I like the Doomrider song. I'm just not sure if I want to go out on a loss to a poop story. So I might, defensively have to choose it. Because I'd rather lose on the Doomrider that I really like than risk losing on a poo story.
Oh, man, you're playing to not lose rather than playing to win.
Yeah.
Metal!
Oh, that looks amazing! He's really cool. Oh, fuck it. I'm saying Doomrider's true. That's the one I kind of think is true. Seeing that model cinched it for me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he looks great.
I mean, that's obviously someone's conversion.
Yeah. But, the front of the bike looks so much cooler. Like, the hooks, the flames. Man, I'm into Doomrider now. He's a cool boy. What is this? Oh, look at these, razor wheels. And it's, flying along. Doomrider. Oh, we need a bit of Doomrider in our lives, Ben.
We should be more Doomrider.
We should just all try to embody Doomrider.
And have someone herald us with a sexy song of our exploits.
Oh, fuck. That looks great. Yeah, Doomrider. Sing the song, play the power ballads, and Doomrider appears. And he does sweet jumps. Yeah, I'm going for that.
Oh, Tom, you're right!
Oh, snap! Oh, man.
Oh, should we see his song?
Doomrider he has a song.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
But he actually...
It's written down. There are lyrics.
There are actual lyrics to his song. What the hell? Okay.
Sorry, I should have made that clearer.
Oh, no. I just assumed, there's just some bit about... he gets summoned, people, chant some tune, but...
Oh, great Lord Slaanesh, please send forth your servants. Now. Let our enemies tremble before his fearsome visage. Grant them exquisite death, crushed beneath the flame and wheels of his chromium steed. Permit them the ecstasy of being slaughtered by his throbbing demon sword and pulsating gun of gushing plasma.
Okay, if you would have said this, I would not have believed it. I thought you were just like, oh yeah, it's got like throbbing and pulsating. I thought it was just you like just saying words. If you'd have quoted like that line, I would be like, nope.
Bestow on them one fleeting moment of pleasure as they stare in wonder and orgasmic delight.
Wow. What the fuck? Doomrider.
Doomrider. He's got the sexiest intro song of all time. I guess I didn't ham it up enough.
Yeah, you made it sound way more sensible than it was.
I thought that was the way to play you. Figured if I made it so ridiculous, you'd be like, Ben wouldn't make that up.
Oh,
you know,
maybe.
It'd be too crazy.
Maybe. Oh shit. Wow.
There we go.
Okay, well, I fucking love Doomrider. Doomrider's amazing.
Oh, throbbing demon sword and pulsating gun of gushing plasma.
Yeah, stare on in wonder and orgasmic delight.
What a guy! Doomrider!
Doomrider. Man.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Everyone's new favorite demon prince.
Yeah, fuck me. Okay, love that. I love that Doomrider is now a thing in our lives. Okay. Pow. And so the other one, was I close to the story?
Yeah, I wanted to think about some guys. I was like, how do I get poo-poo in without it being someone shits their pants? Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, someone gets trapped in the poo. And then I was like, okay, well, then I guess they turn to Nurgle. It was, yeah, you worked it out exactly.
Yeah.
Those guys did exist, which I thought... I basically looked up Nurgle Marines who used to be good Marines.
Okay.
Found those guys, the Iron Drakes, who turned into the Grey Death. And then just made up a story about being trapped in the sewers.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, it kind of made sense. But Doomrider...
Because I figured if I had a sexy one...
Having a poopy
one, then that balances the scales somewhat.
That's interesting, Ben, because...
Hit me with your poopy stick.
That is where I'm going. Although, I wanted to end on Yourhammer or Lorehammer Mind Games Edition.
Does that mean we've got a double poop week, Tom?
No.
Oh my God, Ian Watson. No, not that. I've read this book!
Okay.
20 years ago.
So, Ian Watson, Space Marine. I think this was like our second or third Yourhammer or Lorehammer.
One of the early ones, that's for sure, about taking the ceremonial shit.
Right. So, we did the Space Marines, does the chaplain take a ceremonious shit? He takes on your sin and poops it out, and it gets deposited in like the little...
And then you are now relieved of your sin.
Yeah. And you didn't believe it because you'd read that book.
Yeah.
Well, what would you do if I said... There is another poop story in Ian Watson's Space Marine, which involves Space Marines eating shit.
No, Tom, no.
Where Space Marines eat the poo-poo.
No! Don't do this to me, Tom. Stop! Stop it!
Like, and so I know you're going to have to choose this one. So should I even tell you my other one?
Can you give me more information about why they're eating the poo? Whose poo is it?
So the Space Marines, they eat the poo-poo in a ceremonious ritual to mark them as like part of like the Brotherhood.
What? So they were scouts or initiates before, and then before they become full-blooded brothers, they have to eat the poo-poo.
They eat.
Is it like a hazing thing where they have to eat the poo of the guys, like the sergeant of the squad they're joining or something?
Yeah, that's literally it.
Fuck me. Oh.
So.
Wow.
That's number one.
I hate it.
Is there another poo-poo story
in a book that I've read?
In that book.
I hope not. I feel like there's not. I would have used this on you if I remembered it.
Then
I hate you. I hate you so much.
how do I spell?
There's a lot of fucking nonsense in that book.
Okay. So number 2, like you played, tried to play me with a poo-poo and a sexy. Mm-hmm. I've got the same for you.
Ah, the old combo.
So the poo-poo and sexy.
Yeah.
If you are a homunculus, you're about like doing body shaping. And you might be like, I want a meat hook coming out of my back. I want like hover pods that are now just part of me.
You could be like a Baron Harkonnen type guy.
Yeah. Or another popular thing that you might just have grafted onto you, erogenous orifices.
Ooh.
So you can have like a little pocket, but that pocket is also like a vagina that you could just slip your hand into and, just cover your body in new sexy holes.
What, so you can just be like a living pincushion for the whole room to enjoy.
Yeah. I don't know how many you would have, but you might just get one, just, and you change your belly button into...
Ooh. Yeah, a little explory hole. Wow. How many can you have?
Surely that is an upper limit.
Yeah,
but,
you need a certain amount of space and meat to work with.
But I'm guessing they haven't found it yet.
Man, I want the do you remember the Chaos Spawn of Dicks? The dick ball?
The reverse.
The reverse. Ooh. Can the two meet?
Oh my god.
And just roll around each other?
Oh my god, wow, that is...
Is that a thing?
Very erotic. Yeah. I love that.
The D-ball and the V-ball.
That's right. That's the one. This is not dissimilar to the story you had last week about...
multi-genitalias.
Yeah, but this is getting...
Oh my god! Now
holes.
this one could be true because Dark Eldar, they like to fuck with bodies and they like sexy things. They're pretty deprived. They like all those things.
But would they get extra vagines?
Mm.
Well, it doesn't have to be a vagine. It's an orifice.
It's an orifice.
But a sexy orifice.
Why not just, fill them with prostrates?
You can have tons of booty holes.
All the booties. Let's not exclude anyone here.
I imagine it's just a very sensitive hole that you're making.
Yeah, exactly. A feely hole. Oh, man. It could be true. I reckon if it's true, it's very vaguely defined. And it is just called, some kind of sensitive orifice or...
Erogenous orifice.
Yeah. They're not explicitly saying, I got 6 butts.
Yeah.
Oh, man. There is a thing in the Space Marine book where they have a big feast where they all eat animal brains as a ritual ceremony to practice their brain.
Oh yeah.
Brain eat remember powers.
Yeah, I love that movie. Brain eat remember. Just yeah.
So it could be that you've taken that and turned it into poo. But damn, man, that book snuck the whole fucking confession poo past me without me even realizing. I did not even stick to my brain in the slightest. It just glided in my eyes and out my ears. They both sound fake. They could both be true. Which is really the essence of Yourhammer and Lorehammer.
Is that not what you really want? Where you're just like, oh, both of these sound awful. Oh, I can't believe either one actually exists in this game.
I'm gonna go with the Dark Eldar. I think it's too poetic for the Space Marine one to be true again. For you to sneak another one past me. I think that's It rhymes too well. It's like poetry, Tom.
It's like poetry.
And therefore it's contrived.
It rhymes.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
It's like poetry. It's contrived.
Okay, fuck.
So I'm going to go with the Dark Eldar.
Oh, man. Well, you successfully played a round of Tom and Ben Mental Edition. To my victory!
No!
Erogenous Orifice is made up. It's made up, Ben. Made it up.
Fuck.
And there is another...
There cannot be another
There is another
poop thing.
poo story in...
How did no one even mention that in the comments or the tweets last time? Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's
Also,
something
Ben,
that would have just...
I fucking skim-read this book to find this original, to find the first one that we did.
Yeah, and you missed it.
And I missed this one.
Shit, man.
I will find you the quote.
Oh, my God. I blame chat for not alerting either of us to this.
Okay, right.
Oh, my God.
It's going to take me a minute. It's a dramatic reading for you. Ben.
Yeah. Do it.
The adamantium floor was inscribed with a maze of tiny colored channels that bootsteps would never be able to wear away, in a pattern suggestive of cosmic map. And all along those channels were spaced tiny indentations the depth of a fist's thumbprint, each recess named with a rune. At one end of this seemingly arcane map or game board, an enormous plas crystal bowl held thousands of what at first sight appeared to be bloodshot ochreous eyeballs. Each ball commemorated the initiation of a group of ex-cadets through the eons, each being a nugget of liquid amber and blood drunk from Rogel Dawn's own chalice by the Reclusiarch of whichever epoch and defecated by him, subsequently in this shape.
Wow. Holy shit.
And at the other end, there are thousands of these balls.
It's the chaplain's poop.
So every single one has to eat the poo-poo. They poop it out, and then the next one does it in their squad, and then they turn them...
Bagsy first.
Then they turn them into game pieces in this weird...
Fucking chess game.
Space Marine game that they play.
Wow.
Boom. It's like poetry. God. It rhymes, Ben.
10 Marines, 1 cup.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh. How did I miss that? It was way more blatant than the last one.
I know. It's so much more.
Oh, my God. Wow. Ian Watson strikes again.
Fuck. So while I was looking around, because these are just book covers, we can't get into trouble with this.
No. I wonder if that's in the reprint. Because they did reprint it, right? This is the original, first edition from the 80s.
Oh.
But then they did another one. They reprinted it 20 years later with this. And in this one, they wrote out the squat.
Oh.
And they replaced him with...
Okay, I just quoted from priest. The reprint. That's
from the reprint.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because
that's what I have.
Because this Inquisition trilogy that he wrote, they took out all references to squats and in the reprints. So I was wondering if they took that as an opportunity to take out the poo-poo, but they did not.
No, Ben. The poo-poo stayed in.
Wow. How many other scat novels has Sir Ian Watson written before?
He's got books like The Embedding, which is meant to be a super erotic, sexy book. And there's one that was literally I can't remember what it's called, but it's The Invisible Fucker or something like that.
Can we go to his Wikipedia page? It'll probably have all his books on there.
What was it? Alien Embassy, Miracle Visitors? There was I just saw some of the covers of his books, and they were The Orgasm Machine. And there is so much shit and fucking in his books. I was reading a write-up of someone who was talking about how Ian Watson is a psychopath and he should not be writing books for 40k because they're very weird and erotic.
Wow. Oh my God! Well, he only did those 4. I've read all 4 of those books because back in the day, back in the early '90s, there wasn't a black library.
Yeah, they weren't
these
making as
were
many
basically
books.
the only books
Yeah.
that were around for a long time.
Ooh.
Wow! Amazing.
So that concludes Yourhammer or Lorehammer on a real high.
Oh, that was a good one. What a one to end on. We had double sex, double poop.
Just everything you want from a
Man,
Yourhammer or Lorehammer.
that's perfect.